Hello and welcome back to Sensei's Kitchen Top, where we play casual Magic the Gathering and other such games. I know it's been a while since my last video, I'm incredibly sorry about that, but I've been on holiday and working and time just kind of got away from me. We're back with another 1v1 Pauper Commander game today. I am on Zulaport Cutthroat and my friend Sam is on Spellheart Chimera. We filmed this game quite a long time ago, so I don't know the opening hands, but I know Sam had one land and a few small creatures. I had two lands, a few creatures, and at least one piece of removal. Without any further ado, let's get to the game. Sam starts off the game with an island and an artificer's assistant. 1-drops scare me in this format. I have the first draw of the game, play a swamp, and pass turn. Sam draws, plays a mountain, both colours now, and plays a nest robber. He swings in with both his creatures because of haste and puts me on 27. Passing back to me, I draw for turn, play another swamp, and tap 2 for Zulaport Cutthroat, my commander. Sam does not draw his third land. He taps 1 red for Goblin Balloon Brigade, and 1 blue for Aquatex Will. He puts a flood counter on his mountain, then attacks me with his bird and Nest Invader, putting me on 24 life. I untap, draw, play a third swamp, and then deliberate for a second before playing Lesion Dolorosa, Stregonaria, un Geo Cato, Basalio, Pesca du Carta e Perde tu Pantivita. I draw 2 at least. I play a Portuguese painful lesson. Sam draws, then we remember that we're both drummers. After that short intermission, Sam taps out to play Spellheart Chimera. He goes sideways to put me at 19. On my turn, I draw, don't find my 4th land, but tap 1 black to play a Death Cultist, then pass. Sam instantly goes to attacks, paying 1 red to make his Balloon Brigade flying. Not swinging with Spellheart?
Go on then.
I declare Death Cultist as a blocker against Nest Robber. I then sacrifice said Cultist before damage is dealt, causing Sam to lose 2 life and me to gain 2 life because of my commander. I explain Nest Robber doesn't die, then tap 1 black to cast Tragic Slip. This gets -13 until end of turn.
You're such a flipping beta.
Sam gets a little bit salty and I go to 17 from the rest of the attackers. I draw for the turn, missing another land drop, then I tap 3 mana to play Sibsig Icebreakers. We each discard a card, and I pass turn back to Sam. Sam draws for turn, then pays 1 red to give Goblin Balloon Brigade flying, and swings at me for 2 damage. I go to 14, then draw for turn, still missing another swamp, and tap 2 for Child of Night. I declare my 2/3 as an attacker, and Sam contemplates before taking the 2 damage. In his turn, Sam casts Tragic Lesson, drawing 2 cards and discarding a card, then attacks with his 1/1 flyer. Going to 13, I then play my 4th swamp, casting Resourceful Return and getting back my Death Cultist. I take a moment to think before tapping 1 to then cast my Death Cultist. Passing the turn over, Sam untaps and draws a card. He then taps 4 to cast Pirate's Prize. He draws 2 cards, plays a mountain, then taps it to give his Balloon Brigade flying till end of turn, then hits me in the face for 2. Wonderful. Back to me, I get my 5th swamp, which allows me to cast Gary, draining him for 6 and gaining 6. I swing in with Child of Night and Death Cultist, gaining 2 life from the lifelink and dealing 1 damage to him. Then my commander triggers. Passing turn, Sam draws a card, plays a land, and taps 5 mana for his commander. Then I remind him to untap his creatures. He swings in for 1 in the air and passes turn. I draw a card and tap 4 lands, but before I cast a spell, I check to see how big Spellheart Chimera is. I then cast Falconwrath Noble and sacrifice my Death Cultist, draining Sam for 3 and gaining 3 life. In his turn, Sam promptly attacks me. But before damage, he casts Brute Strength and Pursue Glory, making his commander a 12/4. Wow, bummer. I go to my turn, untapping and drawing, realising I should have taken a bit of extra damage from the bird, and then cast Windgrace Acolyte, milling me for 3 and gaining 3 life. I swing with 2 creatures, dropping him to 11 life. Sam goes about his turn, playing some lands, casting some spells, just kind of playing around until eventually...
Yeah, double block the Spellheart Chimera, but that only blocks 4 of the 8. I take another 4.
Yeah, command is done.
I die. Well,
I believe of the recent games I've played, this has definitely been one of the quicker games I've had. Zulaport Cutthroat, I feel, is a really good commander for a mono-black control deck. I think Blood Artist would be a lot better, but I didn't have one lying around, and I haven't put any money into these decks yet. I think the deck performed fairly well, and I was on the leading foot for quite a lot of the game. Unfortunately, though, Sam was able to survive long enough to get his Spellheart Chimera back out for a second time, buff him enough times to really take my commander damage up too high, and I unfortunately didn't draw into any removal when the Chimera was out on the field. A bit unlucky on my half, but GG to Sam. Thank you for joining me at the kitchen top again for another game of Pauper Commander. I hope you've enjoyed this video, and I know it's been a while since I brought out one, but I'm hoping to bring that schedule a bit quicker. I've been getting into a bit of 60 card Pauper as well, so expect some of those games to be coming soon. Thank you, and goodbye.